It's 2020 deep inside a high-tech factory in Taiwan. Rows of machines hum assembling microscopic silicon wafers the size of frisbees. But this isn't just any factory, it's the beating heart of the global chip supply chain, a fragile empire that underpins everything from your phone to the US military. Outside, tensions simmer as Beijing declares its goal, to dominate chip-making and rewrite global power. How did these tiny slices of silicon become the new battlefield for superpowers? Before chips ran the world, they were just curiosities in a California garage. The journey from geeky lab gadgets to strategic global assets is wild and unexpected. In 1957, 8 engineers left Shockley Semiconductor Research Lab in Mountain View, California, to found Fairchild Semiconductor. This scrappy startup kickstarted the Silicon Valley mythos, inventing manufacturing techniques that turned silicon into a mass-produced miracle. They discovered how to etch circuits so tiny and reliable that everything from calculators to missiles would soon depend on them. Think of a microchip as the world's tiniest city. Each transistor is a building and every connection is a street. These cities process information at dizzying speeds, controlling machines, cars, and communication networks. Chips don't just store data, they orchestrate, automate, and innovate, turning raw electricity into digital life's pulse. America's Cold War victory wasn't just tanks and bombs, it was brains and chips. The US leveraged semiconductor tech to build advanced weapons and intelligence systems far beyond Soviet reach. This technological edge became the backbone of American dominance for decades. No silicon, no superpower status. Designing chips is one thing, building them at scale another beast entirely. America mastered design, but the heavy lifting slipped overseas, setting a dangerous stage. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, or TSMC, quietly rose as the world's chip foundry powerhouse. Unlike the US, which focused on design, Taiwan built the factories and perfected the art of manufacturing. Their plants combined precision clean rooms, ultra-pure chemicals, and thousands of engineers, turning silicon wafers into trillion-transistor chips. This tiny island controls a quarter of the planet's high-end chip supply. Chip-making is like baking the world's most complicated cake, but one that must be flawlessly thin and free of even a single speck of dust. Each step, from layering atoms to etching circuits, demands razor precision. One misstep can ruin millions of dollars worth of work. This ballet of physics and engineering is what makes manufacturing the tech bottleneck. In 2020, a perfect storm hit. COVID shutdowns, natural disasters, and geopolitical friction triggered a global chip shortage. Car factories stalled, appliances delayed, and entire industries faced losses. The shortage revealed how fragile and interdependent the chip ecosystem had become and how critical manufacturing really is. China sees chips as the key to rewriting global rules. But catching up means breaking into the toughest club in tech, while the US fights to hold its lead. China's government invests more in chip manufacturing than any other product category, over $200 billion in recent years. It launched ambitious programs to build fabs, lure talent, and leapfrog technology. Yet despite the cash, dependence on foreign designs and equipment remains a massive hurdle. The race is not just about making chips, but mastering every wrinkle from R&D to supply chains. Behind China's chip push lies military ambition. Semiconductors power drones, missiles, and surveillance systems. Beijing strives to close the tech gap that limits its military reach. Each advance chips away at US superiority, turning microchips from mere gadgets into strategic weapons on a global chessboard. This chip war isn't a missile exchange, it's a quiet economic and technological standoff. Export controls, intellectual property battles, and geopolitical rivalry revolve around these tiny circuits. Control over chip technology now determines who controls the future, and the stakes are as high as they ever were. Remember that buzzing factory in Taiwan? It's the front line of this quiet war where tiny silicon chips link global fate to human ambition. If you want to understand future conflicts, start here. Next time you use a chip-powered device, pause and ask, where was this made and by whom? Try diving into the invisible battles behind your tech. It's where today's greatest power struggles unfold. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.